In this week's video, we are in Skierniewice. Apparently it dates back to like the 12th century, though it didn't become a city until like the 14th, 15th century, I think. We're on the old town square now, which is pretty big. We're here just before the summer, so no fountains or anything glamorous. So in this video, we're going to tour around, see what there is to see. We've already seen a palace. I think we have a museum on the way. The city's mascot appears to be an apple, from what I understand, and there's a weird like apple trail going through the video, through the city. And yeah, seems like a nice place. Apparently it's connected with Russian tsars, horticulture, stuff like that. So let's talk about the history as we go along and see what there is to see. So stay tuned.
Dzień dobry and welcome to A Brit in Poland. With this channel, I travel across the country, I bring you the culture, and I show you just how amazing Poland is. So I invite you on my journey. If you want to see more, I have Facebook and Instagram profiles, which you will find links to in the description below. And if you want to really help out, you can turn to my Patreon or Patronite accounts, again in the description. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Do zobaczenia.
So, Skierniewice is not that far from Warsaw at all. It's actually about, like 45 minutes, an hour tops on the train, on the way to Łódź. And it's not the biggest place in the world. The population is about 45,000, which is actually pretty high. And it looks pretty industrial in a way. But actually, there are a lot of nice parks. You have the old train station from about the 19th century. And we're going to just show you the main things to see and hopefully get a good idea. So this monument is for the Before the Battle of Warsaw monument. And it depicts Marshal Piłsudski, Hungarian Prime Minister Teleki, Chief Ataman of the Ukrainian Army Petula, and General de Gaulle. This is the local mascot, Jabłkus, and this is the apple trail, which I recommend following if you're new to the place. It will take you around the main sites. So you definitely get a kind of army vibe to certain parts of the city. It was. We're going to talk about the history in a little bit. Actually, let's start now. So Skierniewice, it was first mentioned in 1359 and received city rights in 1457. And the Primate's Palace, of which we're in the park now, was constructed in 1617. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. The city was destroyed by the Swedes in 1655. Yeah, it's a common story throughout Poland. The Church of St. James was built in 1782. The first cloth factory opened in 1786. And yeah, well, let's talk about the palace and the park first before we carry on. So this park is actually fairly extensive, and you can see it has some nice waterways running through it, a few monuments, and this is the palace itself. So this is one of the first things you'll likely see in the city, because it's pretty close to the train station. So it's called the Primate's Palace, and yes, built between 1610 and 1619. What you see now, it goes to 1780, so that's when it was the final renovations were done as such, and it was a home to the archbishops of Gniezno. And it was last occupied by the archbishops in, when was it, 1795 by Ignacy Krzyzewski. Currently, the Primate's Palace belongs to the Institute of Horticulture. Sorry, just there was a kind of a gate there, which was not strictly part of the palace. But yeah, I think apparently you can take tours inside, though we didn't really see this option when we were there. Maybe it's more of a seasonal thing, I'm not sure. We took a little bit of a walk around the grounds, because yeah, if you walk right round to the front of the structure, you can get a nice a nice view. I think it's meant to be a kind of like Baroque style. You see a few nice monuments, and there's a nice garden. So yeah, I for sure it will be a little bit nicer looking in the summer, but it was still pretty impressive when we were there. And God, when was this? March, I think. We were walking around, so we got very lucky with the weather when we were going. But yeah, so let's get back to some of the main history. Okay, so in 1807, French troops under Marshal Louis Devoe occupied the city, and Emperor Nicholas I Romanov hands over the estates to Prince Konstantin Romanov in 1829. In 1845, the Warsaw-Vienna railway line is opened, and it becomes a district town in 1867. It was handed over to Emperor Alexander II Romanov in 1870, or Romanov, I'm not sure about these pronunciations sometimes. The railway was constructed in 1875, the station was. The Congress of the Free Black Eagles, Alexander III Romanov, Wilhelm I Hosel. Oh, sorry, this guy, the monument you just saw there, is Szczepan Alexander Pieniążek, who was the Polish professor of agricultural sciences in the field of horticulture. We're going to the museum now, so this is the Historical Museum, which was named after Jan Olszewski. So you see a few interesting things here, as well as some weapons. Let me quickly jump into the history again, because this is a short video. So there was the Congress of the Black Eagles in 1885, 1915. On the Russian-German front, German soldiers used the poison gas phosgene. Between 1915 and 1918, it was under German occupation and regained independence in 18. So the palace is and the farmer transferred to the SGGW, whoever they are. And in 1927, you had Sejmik House opening with the participation of President Mościcki. In 1939, about 4,000 Jews were killed by the German occupiers. The first ghetto was opened in 1940. In 1945, the capture of the city was by the Belarusian front of the Red Army, ending the German occupation. This church here is the Church of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, consecrated in 1903. In 1936, the church was rebuilt into a garrison Roman Catholic church. And it has, this is like on St. John Paul Square. Oh my God, my brain is going. This aircraft is a MiG-15 bis with side number 464, also produced in Poland under a Soviet license as Lim-2. And it overlooks the reservoir you can see in the south of the city. This is like the nicer area of the reservoir. It has a nice cycling track going along it. That cross had no reflection in the water. You see that the horizontal bar is not showing, which is kind of weird. I'm assuming an optical illusion, but yeah, freaked me out a bit. So this was a pretty interesting place to walk around. We only spent like half a day here. But it was, it had a few nice buildings. Obviously, we didn't see absolutely everything here, so I'm trying to show you everything that we did see. And we started the journey actually by getting off, not at the main station, but I think the station before, which meant that we took a bit of a tour around the outside of the city through the Bolomovsky forest. You see some more churches dotted around where, it's Poland, you have churches. we ended up going to this very nice piekarnia at the end, because I think people were getting a bit hungry. We didn't stop for lunch in the city, but we had a nice little walk around. I think we spent a few hours walking around, and this place was really, they're standard in Poland, but then you look at the quality of the desserts at this place. Oh, it made me hungry. I can't remember if I bought anything or not. If I didn't, I was a fool, because look at how tasty everything looks here. This is the church, actually, we first got to, right on the outskirts of the city. And I liked it because I loved the kind of stained glass, and it had this kind of mixture between modernism and historical architecture. And it was, something different. It's probably something that's been built in the last 50 years or so, I would imagine. And so it's worth visiting Skierniewice because it's just an interesting place to walk around, some interesting architecture. And you have a nice bit of forest if you enjoy your hiking as well. Plus seeing the random plane was good. Yeah, this was only really like a short video to show off a small but nice place. So I hope you enjoyed. We will get into some more famous places very soon. But thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. Do zobaczenia. Pa, pa.